Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. We're back here at Ciocca Chevrolet of Princeton to check out this brand new 2024 Chevy Equinox. This is the EV battery electric vehicle with the 2LT trim, front wheel drive. Galaxy gray metallic is the color, a sky cool gray Evotex interior. So we're going to go through this Equinox 2LT, see what it brings to the market. A few weeks ago we saw the launch edition Equinox EV, and this one is much less expensive than that launch edition. So maybe this is the one you go for to save some cash if you're in the EV game. So let's dig in. Front end of our Equinox EV, again, the Galaxy gray metallic. It's a cool looking color because it does have a couple of different color hues in the paint, which is kind of neat. We have a full spread of LED lighting up front, including our headlights, daytime running lights, and turn signals. We have functional side air curtains as well, with some functionality in the grille down below to bring some cold air into the lithium-ion battery pack, cool it down while you're going down the road. Now, wheel and tire setup, what do we got going on here? We got a 19-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel, Chevrolet badge on the center cap. These wheels are wrapped in Michelin Primacy all-season tires, 245 on the width, the 55 series sidewall 19s, all four corners, front wheel drive. As we move on out, it is a large battery electric vehicle, and it seems like all of them are large. As we move on in, here is our charge port door, which we'll talk about a little bit later in the review. Then we have a color matched side view mirrors. We are color matched on the door handles. The reason why they're out like that is because the car is unlocked. As we move up top, we have a roof spoiler coming off the top, color matched roof, and chrome on the roof rails, no sunroof. Rear end of the Equinox EV, we have full spread of LED lighting in the back, and I love the way those tail lights just come right across and meet right at the Chevy bow tie in the middle of the tailgate. I think that's a really cool looking stylistic add. Equinox obviously with the E in blue for EV, but overall I think it looks pretty good in the back. We're under the hood of this Equinox EV, and we don't have a front mounted trunk, so let me know if you think that's a missed opportunity. But what we do have is an 85 kilowatt hour Ultium propulsion battery here in this Equinox EV. That's good for 213 horsepower and 236 pound-feet of torque, front wheel drive. Now, MPGE's 117 in the city, 99 on the highway, 108 combined. So let me know what you think about those numbers. Obviously, you can move up in horsepower numbers, but this is at the bottom end of the horsepower range for the new Equinox EV. We are at the front left fender of the Equinox at our charge port. So we have our level 2 charge up here, DC fast charge down below. Now, total range on a full charge, about 319 miles. Now to get there, you can go in two ways, right? So you have your level 2 charger at home, which will take you about 7.5 hours to get this battery to a full charge. And you also have a DC fast charge option. And now that charge rate at the DC fast charger, max charge rate that's allowable is 150 kilowatts. And you can go from 10% to 80%, which is about 223 miles in about 36 minutes. So let me know what you think about those numbers. Okay, before we get into the interior and listen to this door open chime go on and on and on and on, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much am I going to save by going with the lower horsepower Equinox EV 2LT trim? Well, here we go. Base price is $41,900. This vehicle has no additional options on it, so everything I'm going to show you is standard equipment for the 2LT trim. We do have to add in a destination and delivery charge of $1,395 from Chevy's Mexico assembly plant. And we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $43,295. So we're looking at about $4,000, if I remember right, $4,000 less than that launch edition that we saw a couple weeks ago. Starting with the driver door panel, we'll move on in closer and you'll see you have the soft touch up here. Then we have this flat black that goes to blue, fades into blue trim around your chrome door handle, which I think is a really cool touch. Now, on the insert, we have the Sky Cool Gray insert, but as you can see with this light color on the interior, a lot of people have gotten in and out of this vehicle to test drive it, and you can start seeing the smudges and the little dirt spots from people's hands touching it. So be very careful when you're considering some of this lighter interior colors. We do have flat black on our switchgear, a decent sized door pocket, standard audio system. Getting to the foot box, a nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator. Floor mats are in the rear of the vehicle at this time. Full power for the driver, manual assist for the front passenger. And then we have the black and Sky Cool Gray Evotex interior, but it feels good. Bolstering feels good. That feels good. And the insert is perforated, but again, a very, very light color. So be careful with what color clothes you have on, namely blue jeans, when you're going to sit down and drive this vehicle. Now, one thing I did want to show you is turning the vehicle on. There is no push button start in the Equinox EV. It kind of starts, it's very similar to what Tesla does with their vehicles, where they start up on their own once you get in. Well, with this one, once you get in and you close the door, you reach down with your foot and you step on the brake. When you step on the brake, that turns the vehicle on. And then you can take your foot off the brake, and now the vehicle is on. Bingo, all set and ready to go. Now, let's say we are going to back up, go somewhere. So we'll go back a little bit. All right, I'm done. Put it back into park. Now I'm back in park. Now I want to get out of the vehicle. Again, you don't have to push a button to turn it off. You just have to open the door. And when you open the door, the vehicle automatically turns itself off. Passenger door panel, same material, same action as the driver. We get over to our dash, and we're going to go with that again, that Sky Cool Gray, soft touch, and then that blue trim in the dash and in and around the heat and air vent, which I think looks cool. And then down below, a nice large glove box. Infotainment system in the Equinox EV, we have a 17.7-inch Google Assistant system. Very responsive to touch. It's got the built-in nav. Now, it doesn't have CarPlay or Android Auto in it. So let me know if that's going to be an issue for you. Some of these Google Assistant systems in other Chevy models have the wireless CarPlay Android Auto. The Equinox EV does not. So let me know what you think about that. But we do have climate control. We do have 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger, and a heated steering wheel that is where the button's on the steering wheel, and I'll show you that in a minute. We do have shortcuts right here where we can actually turn the vehicle off manually if we want, and your vehicle will remain on for 60 minutes. Make sure the battery has sufficient storage, so you can set a timer for when it turns off. You can turn on or off one pedal driving, right? You can go here and you can go to your controls, deal with your dome lights, camera, traction control, on, off, auto, high beams, on, off, and then you can go to your lights. And that's where you can turn on or off your headlights, stick them on auto, which we'll do now, and you're all set. But there we go. Here's our volume knob right up top. No problem at all. So they got you covered there. And we can get back to our main menu. Now, home base button, that's going to take you to this home screen. That looks very, very nice. You got your ambient lighting right in here where you can change your colors, change your brightness, and also set it to drive mode. So that is a very, very nice touch. We also have your charging where you can set up your charging schedules. Right now we're at about 80% charge. Charge now, charge later. So they got you all set there. There's your Play Store. There's your cameras, your Amazon Alexa settings, climate control, set up your Wi-Fi hotspot. Go to your audio system. From there you can listen to your regular AM, FM, Sirius XM, your Bluetooth music from your music library. You got Google News, you got Alexa, you got podcasts. So they bring you a lot of nice stuff in here. Obviously, that's where you have your maps, the phone icon, obviously, this is where you can pair your phone. And then we can go back to our controls and safety. And if you don't see what you want there, you can hit more controls. So very easy, no issues. Now we'll get back to our map, and now we'll hit reverse. And we have a nice large backup camera with trajectory and 360-degree views. And you can change how you want your views to look like. No problem at all. Go to your settings, get your vehicle. You got your trailering if you're doing a trailer, or you got your standard view. So nicely done. Once you put it back in the park, we go back to our map and we're good to go. Down further, 2 heat and air vents, manual controls for your climate, which I do like as a redundancy. A nice large area in here that's rubberized for storage, but as you can see, we don't have a wireless charging pad in this 2LT. We have an area to slide our phone. We got 2 USB-Cs, 2 cup holders. I do like this blue trim to kind of go with this EV vibe in this 2LT. That's a nice touch. And then our Chevrolet key fob. Here we are. Nice look. Feels good in quality too. Lock, unlock, remote start, pop the tailgate, and our panic button. The bow tie on the back. And then, again, the Sky Cool Gray. Fairly firm though, and we can open that up. It opens up to the side. There's a removable area for storage, and then a deeper area underneath. Chevy steering wheel. Nice steering wheel. It feels good. We do have the light gray stitching. We have our Equinox badge on the horn button, round bottom wheel, but this is a very big and spacious passenger cabin. I have no problem getting in and out of the vehicle. On the left side, you have your adaptive cruise. On the right, you have your telephone voice commands. There's the button for your heated steering wheel, as well as adjusting the different themes on your digital dash. So I do like that. We do have a paddle over here to adjust the level of regen braking that you want. Over here on your stalks, we're going to go with our windshield wipers, front and back. On the right side, this is our gear shift. Push the end in to go to park. And then down below, we have our electric parking brake. That's our lane keep assist on off, auto vehicle hold, pop the tailgate, brighten dim the dash. And then we have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. And then we do have our digital dash, which looks very nice. It's super clear, and you can go to different themes. There is our maps up. This is our safety suite up. Clean look, classic look, and dual gauge setup look. So they got a lot of nice looks here on this dash, and you got plenty of information that you can go through, and then you can program in what you want to see on here as well. So very, very nice. Now the drive modes I want to show you on this large screen are right in here underneath the home base button. So there's your drive modes. You can hit those and it comes up, and now we have normal, we have sport, snow, ice, and an individual mode. So that's how we're going to rock. So I think we'll hit it in normal today, but there you have it. And then you can go back to home base or back to maps. Your overhead console, we do have LED interior lighting. I'm just going to turn it on like this to show you. But if you do open the door, the lighting will come on. You close the door, the lighting will go off. But if I open the door right now, the car is going to turn itself off again. So I'm not going to do that. I'll give you a demo. There is the LED lighting. 4-way hazards, SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road. OnStar, we have a regular framed rear view mirror with auto dim, and then our sun visor with vanity and a light. And does it slide? Yes, it does. Getting in the back seat of our Equinox, I have the seat set for my driving position. Nice and easy to get into, no problem. You may have to tuck your head a little bit because I feel like I'm sitting up higher in the back seat than you are in the front, but I got plenty of room for my head, shoulders, and knees at 5'11". The Evo Tech's all the way down, seat pocket behind the driver and the front passenger. In the back, 2 heat and air vents, 2 USB-Cs, and down here we have an area for storage. You just can't see it because it's all dark. But rear door panels, we got the same vibe, but instead of soft touch up top, we have hard black plastic. And then the back seats, the same nice light gray to black two-tone Evotex material, nice and soft with the perforations. And then our armrest, super soft, 2 cup holders. Getting in the tailgate of the Equinox EV, you can pop it from the dash, pop it from the key fob, come to the back right above the license plate. There's a button, you hit it, beeps a couple of times. Nice electric assist on the way up, nice electric assist on the way down using this button. Now, with the rear seats up, 26.4 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of the Equinox. As we move in closer, here are the floor mats. Here's your charge cable right there. We can open this up and we have a nice bigger deep area for storage right down there. So that's nicely done. On the left side, we got some cubbies, and we got, you can see, a 12-volt and LED lighting. So they got you set there. Now to get the back row down, if you have long enough arms, you can just reach in, push the button, and throw them forward. If not, you can go around to each door. And now, with those rear seats down, we're looking at 57.2 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Equinox EV. Window sticker on this Equinox EV. Now the rear windows are tinted, so I'll try to get you a good shot of this as best I can. 24 Equinox EV 2LT, Galaxy Gray, Sky Cool Gray. Standard equipment, left to right. Base price $41,900, no options, $43,295 MSRP. Fuel economy estimates, total range. No crash test data available yet. Made in Mexico by Chevrolet. Take this baby up for a spin. All right, we are zipping down the road in this 24 Equinox EV 2LT trim, and right off the bat I got plenty of visibility out of all the glass in the car, no problem at all. I got blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, all that jazz for safety pre-collision is in this Equinox. Drowsy driver detection and all that great stuff. I got a really big Google Assistant screen, climate control, USB connectivity. It's nice and comfortable. The seat's nice and comfortable. The drive is very smooth, but of course you have your battery pack down low in the vehicle. That lowers the vehicle's center of gravity, make it handle better, makes it more comfortable to drive, takes the bumps well, suspension's well damped. So I really don't have any complaints at all about how the Equinox EV drives. It drives very, very well. And it's a very relaxing vehicle to drive. And you have enough tech. Now you don't have the roof, sunroof, but for me, that doesn't bother me. But you don't have CarPlay Android Auto anymore. And is that going to bother you? So let me know in the comments if that's going to be a deal breaker for you on an Equinox EV. I'm kind of used to using CarPlay in my vehicles, so it might take some getting used to if I got one of these and it didn't have it in there, but I'm sure I probably could adapt. But let me know what you think about it. Now, we don't have the higher horsepower Equinox like we had with the launch edition. This is going to have less horsepower and torque, but it's $43,000 and change, which is fairly inexpensive when the average EV is about $66,000, $67,000 in the United States today. So it is a value option EV in my estimation. Now, how do the brakes feel? Let's check those out. Feel good, stops in a straight line, and now we'll take off. Down the road we go. Now it takes a little bit longer to get up to speed because you only have motor up on the front axle pulling you down the road, and when you're underneath hard acceleration you do feel a little pull in the steering wheel. Turn to the left, wallows a bit, but you do feel a bit of a pull in the steering wheel, and so just be mindful of that. But it's not going to wow you with its speed. They're trying to give you enough speed for it to be competent on the road, to get you up to speed out of tight situations, up onto the highway, overtaking power. It's enough, but they're trying to give you that as much range as you can get to kind of overcome that range anxiety people have, to get more people to buy EVs. The question I want you to answer for me is that going to work? Because Ciocca Chevy This is a fairly new EV to the market, and Ciocca Chevy has 11 of these sitting on the lot for sale. That does not bode well to me when there's that many sitting there already, and I went and picked the least expensive one they had in stock, which is this one. Turning radius is good at 19 feet, so around we go. No problem at all. And now we'll take off again. And right there, I got the wheel wanting to pull me a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right under hard acceleration. So be mindful of that if you're trying to get out somewhere in a hurry. But overall, at 43 grand, it's a good value option battery electric vehicle if you're in the EV game. Not everybody's in the EV game, so you let me know if you're in the EV market, if you're looking for an EV, if you want to transition away from gas into a fully electric vehicle. Would this Equinox EV2LT be attractive to you? Is this something you would want to come out and look at and drive? If you are looking at different EVs, I definitely come out and take a look at this one and give it a drive. You don't have anything to lose. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But at 43 grand, I do think it brings some value in the EV segment. But let me know what you think. But I do want to thank Ciocca Chevy here in Princeton for allowing the channel access to this 2024 Chevy Equinox EV2LT for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.